Cop waves at the Royal Guard. He was shocked when he looks at him. A picture spread on social networking sites showing how high the temperature is in Britain, especially on the Royal Guard of Buckingham Palace, where the picture showed a man from the police force dropping a soldier from the Palace Guard, who cannot move because of the military tasks imposed on him. The Buckingham Palace guards are feeling the heat. Millions of people in Britain stayed home or sought shade Monday during the country's first ever extreme heat warning, as the hot, dry weather that has scorched mainland Europe for the past week moved north, buckling rail lines and forcing 2 airports to close their runways. The red heat alert covers a big chunk of England and is to last through Tuesday, when temperatures may reach 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit for the first time, posing a risk of serious illness and even death among healthy people, according to the Met Office, the UK's meteorological agency. The extreme heat warning stretches from London in the south to Manchester and Leeds in the north. The temperature Monday reached 38.1 degrees Celsius or 100.6 degrees Fahrenheit at Downham in eastern England, just shy of the highest ever recorded in Britain, 38.7 degrees Celsius, 101 degrees Fahrenheit, a record set in 2019. The country isn't at all prepared to handle such heat. Most homes, schools, and small businesses in Britain don't have air conditioning. Wales provisionally recorded its highest ever temperature, the Met Office said, 37.1 degrees Celsius or 95.5 Fahrenheit at Hawarden in northeastern Wales. At least 4 people were reported to have drowned across the UK in rivers, lakes, and reservoirs while trying to cool off. Flights were suspended at London's Luton Airport as engineers repaired the runway after high surface temperatures caused a small section to lift. RAF Bryce Norton, a major Air Force base northwest of London, also closed its runway because of the heat, saying aircraft are using alternative airfields in line with a long-established plan. Temperatures are expected to rise further as the warm air moves north on Tuesday, Met Office CEO Penelope Endersby said. So it's tomorrow that we're really seeing the higher chance of 40 degrees and temperatures above that, Endersby told the BBC. 41 isn't off the cards. We've even got some 43s in the model, but we're hoping it won't be as high as that. Hot weather has gripped southern Europe since last week, triggering wildfires in Spain, Portugal, and France. Almost 600 heat-related deaths have been reported in Spain and Portugal, where temperatures reached 47 degrees Celsius or 117 Fahrenheit last week. Climate experts warn that global warming has increased the frequency of extreme weather events, with studies showing that the likelihood of temperatures in the UK reaching 40 degrees Celsius is now 10 times higher than in the pre-industrial era. Drought and heat waves tied to climate change have also made wildfires harder to fight. Officials in southern France's Gironde region announced plans to evacuate an additional 3,500 people from towns threatened by the raging flames. More than 1,500 firefighters and water-bombing planes are trying to douse the flames in the region's tinder dry pine forests. In Britain, train operators asked customers not to travel unless absolutely necessary, saying the heat was likely to warp rails and disrupt power supplies, leading to severe delays. Some routes were running at reduced speed or shutting down entirely in the afternoon amid peak temperatures. Medical appointments were cancelled to relieve strains on the National Health Service. Some schools closed while others set up wading pools and water sprays to help children cool off. Most British schools have not yet closed for the summer. The extreme heat even led Parliament to loosen its strict dress code. The Speaker of the House of Commons said male lawmakers could dispense with jackets and ties for the week. The high temperatures are even more of a shock since Britain usually has very moderate summer temperatures. Across the UK, average July temperatures range from a daily high of 21 degrees Celsius or 70 Fahrenheit to a low of 12 degrees Celsius or 53 degrees Fahrenheit. But nightfall on Monday will bring little relief from the heat, with the Met Office forecasting temperatures of 29 degrees Celsius, 84 degrees Fahrenheit at midnight in London. Monday night will be very oppressive and it will be difficult to sleep, Chief Meteorologist Paul Davies said. Tomorrow is the day where we are really concerned about a good chance of hitting 40 or 41 degrees, and with that all the health conditions that come with those higher temperatures, he said. On same direction, they are famous for marching outside Buckingham Palace in all weathers and sometimes collapsing when the heat gets too much in summer. But today, members of the Queen's Guard, dressed in their traditional red tunics and bearskin hats, were seen getting refreshments of sorts. Photos showed a pair of soldiers marching, delivering a cup of something to drink on a tray to a colleague who was on duty outside Buckingham Palace. The Queen's Guard is responsible for guarding royal residences around the country. As well as Buckingham Palace, they are on duty at palaces including St. James Palace, Windsor Castle, and Balmoral. Even in hot weather, the soldiers are on sentry duty for 2 hours at a time. Their hats, which are up to 18 inches tall, are made from real bearskin and weigh around 1.5 pounds. An Army spokesperson said, "The safety and well-being of our soldiers and horses is a priority at all times, whether undertaking guarding duties, training, on exercise or deployment. While many of our guardsmen have operated overseas in temperatures up to 50 degrees Celsius, we will put in place additional measures this week, such as regular checks, flexible duties, additional water, to ensure they can continue to safely carry out their duties." The guard mount at Buckingham Palace took place today, but with a shortened ceremony due to the heat. What do you think about this gesture?